guys, it's spring and it's finally getting warmer. I've been waiting for this day because usually when my birthday rolls around, it is finally warm. But no, it took a lot longer, and it's been raining a lot because April showers and all of that. So it's been raining a lot, but it's finally, the rain has subsided. The sun is out. It's a beautiful day. I've already been out twice this weekend, which is setting records. So that's setting records for introverts. But today I'm going to be talking about how to get organized. Maybe you've fallen off track, or maybe you just don't even know where to start. You're looking at all of your stuff. And what inspired this video is because one of my friends recently asked me, how do I get organized? I'm drowning in, I'm drowning in all of the paperwork and things I have to get to. How do I get organized? And I was thinking to myself, I hope you're serious, because don't even get me started. Don't even get me started, because I will get on my high horse and we'll be here all day. We'll be here all day, because if there's one thing I like to do, it's talk. Organization is something I'm very passionate about. So I have three tips in this video to boil it down, make it as basic as possible, get down to the core of organization. What is the principles behind organization? The very first one is prioritize. Prioritize is so important. There are so many things coming at you. There's so many duties, there's so many dreams. It's so easy to get scattered, but we have to focus. We have to prioritize. So prioritize meaning get your phone and download the Daylio app. I've been talking about the Daylio app. It's a free app, but it's basically a cause and effect app. It basically helps you to track what is affecting what, because not everything in your life that you're doing matters that much to your overall mood. And don't you want to know? It's really important to know cause and effect, because there'll be days where it will be so jam-packed you won't have time for almost everything. So yes, I put on a rose hand cream, but I want to know if my putting on rose hand cream every night is going to impact my mood, because on those jam-packed days I may only have time for two things, and those two things are going to be exercise for me and getting enough sleep. If there's only two things I can have, those are the two most important things. Now the sleep thing it is hard for me, but I'm working on that. That's a goal for 2019 too. If you guys saw my video about how I'm going to be working out in 2019, I'm going to put sleep in 2019 too. I've already given up on this year. I'm just kidding, but don't give up on yourself. That's another rule. Don't give up on yourself, guys. Come on, we gotta have optimism. We've gotta have hope. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So prioritize. When you wake up in the morning, think about it. Those three priorities, there should be three priorities every day that you have in the front of your mind. Do I get those three priorities done every day? No. But the point is, the difference is I know what they are. You're gonna hit the mark a lot more if you know what you're aiming at, right? So you gotta know where you're aiming. And if you don't know what your priorities are, well then you're gonna be shooting a lot of arrows and they're gonna go in all different directions. And that is the main reason that differentiates an organized person with an unorganized person, is the organized person knows where they're aiming and they're focused, they're not scattered. They have their energy like a laser. So prioritize is the first thing. Another tip is, a lot of people that are organized, they use vision boards and things like that. Even though I don't use vision boards, I do make my goals visual. So if I want to walk more outside, I'm going to have my shoes somewhere where I can easily see it. If I want to drink more water, I'm going to have my water there on the desk, easy for me to see the amount of water I'm supposed to be drinking. You just want to make things as visual as possible, because if you see it, the odds are you're going to keep it. Now, not everything can be made visual like that. That's why you got to have your list of your three priorities. Some people do well with lists, some people can keep it in their mind. But my point is, when you wake up in the morning, every day you should know what those three priorities are. The knowing is what differentiates a lot of times. It's just knowing where you're headed and what you're aiming at. And the second thing is to head out to Office Depot or go down below and click on the link down below of the notebook that I use and get a little notebook, either a little notebook or a big notebook, but get a functional notebook and just sit there and write down every single goal you have. You could be traveling to different countries. It could be any goal. Any goal, nothing's ridiculous. Put down every goal, and after that write down every single to-do that you have to get to, which if you have been neglecting things, that list might be really long. And you're going to want to organize that list according to emergencies, and then after that easy, because the easy tasks are going to be boom boom boom, knock it out, and then you can have momentum. So you want to organize it according to emergency and then easy, and then you want to put down your wish list or other lists. You can make as many lists as you want, but the point of this is to look at all of your goals and everything in one place to streamline everything. A lot of times, like I said, people are scattered. a disorganized person is scattered, and they're not just scattered in one area of their life, it permeates all the areas. You want to get all of your lists in one area. And now that you got your lists here, you got to whittle them down. You got to carefully curate, because when I was younger, I would just write lists and boom, boom, knock things out. And when I was younger, I had all that energy to waste. As you get older, and people that are older than me will tell you, you've got to whittle things down because you've only got so many years. And the point of whittling it down is not to limit yourself, because a lot of things that you get, especially with age, you'll see that a lot of things that you get, it doesn't even matter that much. It doesn't matter to your overall happiness or your well-being or anything like that. So it's very important that you're paying close attention. This is another reason why focus is really important, because if you're not tracking things like on your Daylio app, or you're not focused on the things that actually have payback when you spend your money, or things that mesh well, if you're not paying attention, then you're not going to have data going forward on things that have been working, because you're blitzing through everything so quickly that you're not collecting data. Really, you're going through way too many things. So what you want to do is you want to look at your list and then curate it down. Ruthlessly curate it. Take it down. Be reasonable. Ask yourself your motivations. Why do I want these things? Why do I want to accomplish these things? Why do I want to go this place? And really get it down to you. Don't get it down to because someone told me about this, or because this seems like a good idea, I saw it on TV. Really get it down to you. Make it reflect you. And then my very last tip is to focus. Focus on what needs to get done. So a lot of times when we are not focused, or we're not checked into the present, and we don't want to deal with things, then we just start keeping busy. So people are productive, but they're just being productively unproductive. So they're wrestling papers in the corner. And I do this when I get tired. I've noticed I do this when I get tired. I'm very fatigued. My energy is drained out of my body, and I'm tired. And the only thing I should be doing is brushing my teeth and going to bed. But what am I doing? I see something out of place and I start moving in that direction, and I'm just taking forever just to get into bed because I'm tired. And so that's what I mean by focus, is that you want to fully check into what needs to get done. And when you check in, you might realize, oh my gosh, I'm up way past my bedtime. Oh my gosh, I didn't pay my taxes on time. I don't know what you've been putting off, but things will have been neglected because you've been out for a while. But that's good. When you see those things are neglected, now we can finally deal with those things because we're in and we're focused. We're not getting distracted by busy work. Busy work and perfectionism really get in the way of a good life and a fulfilling life. You want to deal with everything in your present and in your past. Deal with things appropriately in your past. And this is a serious topic, but I'm speaking from experience, because I was always someone that was not really attentive. I was not very attentive to the things in my past, and I never really dealt with things in my past adequately. And so when I started dealing with relatives and people accordingly, as I had to, as reality was showing me that I had to deal with things, then I could move forward and I wasn't drained all the time. Because when you don't deal with things in the past, or you don't deal with things in the present, you're not realizing, oh my goodness, I'm tired, I need to be going to bed. No, you're moving around stuff like I do at night. You just start moving things around because you're not cognizant, you're not checked in. I am tired, I need to get to bed now. That's being checked into the present. And with the past, if you're putting things off because there's a whole bunch of discord, when you keep putting that off and putting that aside, saying, no, they're just misunderstood, no, this is not that bad. When you do things like that in your environment, then you can't appropriately deal with it as it's happening. As it's happening in your environment, you can't deal with it, and then it just weighs you down. Every day you wake up in the morning, you're just thinking, why am I so tired? Why am I so fatigued? It's because literally you're subconsciously carrying around all this weight. You're just not realizing you haven't dealt with all these things. So you want to deal with all those things appropriately. And for me, some things were hard for me to deal with. There was one thing in my past that was very hard for me to deal with. And sometimes just knowing that you're not alone is all the solution you need. You don't really need a solution. You just need to deal with it appropriately and just realize you're not alone, and you can move forward. It's so important, because if you don't deal with the present and you don't deal with the past, you're going to be weighed down. Every day is going to be like slogging through mud, and you're just moving around things, and nothing's really getting done. You're relaxing, but you're doing things that you don't even actually enjoy based on cause and effect. So you don't even feel relaxed because you're just on autopilot now. And I'm speaking from experience, guys. I am speaking from experience as a previous wishful thinker. So take it from me. So I hope that you guys liked this video on the basics on how to get organized. If you did, definitely subscribe so I can see you guys next Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching.